Welcome back. The next step is to fit our ESCs, and these are a special new ESC, specially developed for the knife. They actually have Simon K firmware in them, and the reason that Multi-rotor and Carbon Bird have now gone to Simon K is they've actually designed these new ESCs from ground up with specific MOSFETs that switch fast enough to deal with the Simon K firmware without getting hot. And one of the other features or accessories to come with it, that ships with your knife kit, are these new gel pads. They're not a self-adhesive pad, or they are a little bit sticky, but what these are is a heat transfer pad. So what we do is we take one of those, we place it on the non-label side of the ESC, and then sit that on our frame arm. Okay, might move you a little further in. Okay, and then we take one of the supplied cable ties, and there's these ridges along the arms which will actually help captivate these and actually stop them sliding backwards and forwards, and we cable tie our ESC onto the arm, and hey presto, that's done. Then we take our 3 motor leads and we plug them into the output sockets of the ESC. Now you need to be a little bit gentle while you're doing this, because it would actually be quite easy, just untangle that wire a bit, quite easy to put some sideways pressure on these, and if you do a bit too much of that, you'll end up you'll end up snapping the connector off the circuit board inside the ESC itself. So while you're playing with the motor pins, just plug them in very gently, just make sure you're going straight in. So that's the motors plugged into the ESC mounted on the arm. I'm going to go ahead and do the other 4 arms. I'm also going to take the base plate off at this point in time to make my life a little simpler, so I'll just speed this up now. Okay, so I'm just fitting off this last one here. Zoom back out a little. Okay, and plugging the 3 leads in. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to check the directions on the motors. Before I do that, I'm just going to trim off the tails of my cable ties. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is check the directions on the motors, which I won't show you guys. You can see that in plenty of other videos. I'll basically hook up a servo tester and a battery one at a time to each ESC, spin it up, and make sure the motor's going in the right direction. If the motor is going in the wrong direction, all I have to do is unplug 2 of those motor wires and swap the 2 of them around and put them back in, just 2. Reverse 2 of the wires, any 2, and on that particular ESC, and that will swap the motor direction. But that's basically the ESC installation done. I'll come back and tidy up the wiring later on, but pretty much, for all intents and purposes, that's that step done.